Welcome back to Daytime. Well, videographers, it's time to take off the pause button and press play, and your chance to play comes up this Saturday in Waterloo as Motion Graphics Workshop is happening to help you hone your skills and literacy. We're going to find out what that means right now with Chris Meidell and Carol-Ann Whalen, who are the co-chairs of the Media Producers Group of Ontario. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, the workshop itself sounds exciting, and to somebody like me it sounds like, okay, well, it's a chance to learn new techniques, something a little bit new, but it's much more than that. And I love the line that you used when you talked about video literacy, and you said it'll become as important as reading and writing in the future. And when you think about that, Chris, how true is that when everybody, you know, is pressing play and videotaping something at some point?
Very much so, yeah. It's, you know, you're seeing video, the proliferation of it, the cost of technology where, you know, even 10 years ago would have been prohibitive for many people, and it's becoming more ubiquitous everywhere that we go. And as a result, you know, more and more people are taking advantage of that, and you see YouTube exploding and all that kind of thing.
Well, for both of you, along with being part of the Media Producers Group of Ontario, both of you have successful companies. Both of you are videographers in your own right. And I'm sure, Carol-Ann, you've seen such a change like through the years in what you're doing.
Oh, absolutely. With 25 years that that I've been in the business, you know, the technology has come so far from, you know, linear to non-linear to everything, from being a very exclusive trade to where everybody has it on their cell phones now. So, and with obviously the internet, it's just exploded. So there is huge challenges in our business right now with the skill level and what the clients expect and what everybody is capable of doing now. So again, we're kind of going back to the previous section. It's all about storytelling and that, you know, communicating that message. So,
and part of it you just touched on, where it's not just that your level has crept up and your ability has, but the person on the other end of the line that is seeing your end product, their knowledge is creeping up too, and their expectation goes up with that. And that's why workshops like this, Chris, are so critical for
Yes.
videographers, so that they know what's newest, what's latest, and how to use it properly.
Absolutely. That's, you know, as far as the Media Producers Group of Ontario, that's one of our sort of focuses. Things are changing so quickly, and, you know, this certainly is a wealth of information available out on the internet. But this group kind of gives a forum for, you know, independent filmmakers, students, corporate videographers like us to have a chance to get together and sort of share in our passion for this craft and all of the technology and the storytelling, all those different elements to bring that together. And it's really a lot of fun at these types of meetings to be able to do things like that.
Well, it's interesting, when I mentioned you were coming on the show today, just in the office, there were a couple of people who said, oh, I'm part of that. Philip Bast, who's on later on, said, oh, I'm part of that too. You know, so it just shows you how important this group is. Let's talk a little bit about the workshop that's coming up on Saturday and some of the things you're going to be looking at.
Yeah, so this particular workshop, it's being held at the Multicultural Cinema Club, and that's on Queen Street. And what we're doing is we're taking a look at a program called Apple Motion. And your viewers will be very familiar with every time you see, you know, the name of a person below them, or you're watching a sports show, there's numbers, or maybe a fancy graphic like the opening of the daytime show, for instance. There's special programs that are used that allow those graphical elements to move around on the screen, and that's the program that we'll be kind of looking at a very high level. So it'll allow, you know, students or filmmakers who maybe haven't had a chance to delve into that kind of a program to take a look at it and what it, you know, how it works and what its capabilities are.
And we call that animation in this business.
Sure.
So it's not animation as in there'll be talking mice, you
No,
know, running
that's
across
right.
the screen. This is different.
Yeah, there's a small, maybe a slight differentiation that you could classify it as. Some tools are more for motion graphics, so the types of things where you would involve text or blocks of logos or things like that moving around. And animation is sort of the broader category of all that, which would include all of that, plus, you know, character animations or, you know, 3D avatar, you know, all those types of things, right?
Well, and that's just it. When you look at it, you think, okay, it's a program, and, you know, it's good to know. But there's so many different facets to this. And people
Yeah.
wonder, what difference does it make to a production? It's amazing.
Yeah,
the
it really is
difference makes.
enormous, and it's quite interesting too. You know, the separation of storytelling and design and technology. It's more than just knowing how to use the tool. It's kind of having the talent to be able to design attractive images and things like that that make a difference as well.
And that's one of our challenges as video producers is there's an expectation we need to know it all. We have to be great camera people, we need to be great writers, we need to be great animators and graphic artists and designers and writers and all of these elements. And we like to say yes. Yes, of course we can do that. And then with MPgo, it's great because now we know people that we could bring on board and say, okay, you know, could you help us out with this?
And that's the other important facet of this, along with the workshop itself and learning, and you can be hands-on. If you've got the program yourself, bring it along, and then you can be very hands-on with this. But it's getting to know the other people in the sector that are doing the same things as you are, because in a lot of cases, you know, these companies are a company of one, maybe two, sitting there doing what they do day to day.
That's right. Yeah, it really is. It's a multidisciplinary thing, and I think, you know, as companies grow too, it's a chance to kind of, you know, meet who you really enjoy working with, and you know, you can collaborate on projects together based on your mutual passions.
Yeah, the other thing I noticed here, the workshop is free if you're a member of the Multicultural Cinema Club. It's a whole $5 if you're a non-member.
That's right.
It's like, wow.
Yeah, the Multicultural Cinema Club, Ed Video, Grand River Film Festival, those are all other entities that are all part of the greater ecosystem of filmmaking in our region, and we're proud supporters of all those organizations. And so that's you know, part of the reason is, you know, volunteering my time to go and support that, but we promote that through MPgo as well. So it's a, you know, it's a really exciting place to be in that kind of environment.
Well, we want you to be in that environment, and it's coming up on Saturday. And let's give everybody the details for the workshop that's happening.
Yep. So we'll be starting at 9:30, and it's on Queen Street at the Working Center. And so basically, come on in, and upstairs is the Multicultural Cinema Club, and there'll be a sign posted on the street outside the Working Center to come on in. So.
And do people need to register ahead of time for
No.
this, or they can just show up on
They
Saturday
can just show
morning?
up.
They can
Yeah.
be part of it?
Yep.
And of course, to find out more about the Media Producers Group of Ontario, there's the website. You can go there and find out about all the great work that they're doing on your behalf, and turning this video literacy up a notch in Waterloo Region. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
We're back in just a moment. Stay with us.